live this morning on KFMK in Houston.
Over 8,000 people right here in my backyard. H-Town, baby. And so now it's time for us to accelerate and to put your dreams in motion. All that we're gonna do in 2020 starts right now. We're gonna put them in motion. 1, 2, 3.
We barely scratched the scratch of the surface. But there's so much more that we can do with IGO, and we're gonna do it.
U stands for something. Loyalty. Unity. And edification.
Yeah, I accelerated. I'm going fast now. You know they don't want these. I feel like a cash cow. Stack it up. I put all my money in Teslas. They tryna catch up, but ain't fast enough. We don't win, it's unanimous. Alright, throw a boomerang and throw the plane. We're somewhere it never rains. Yeah, we
So therefore I, Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, one who even as the mayor of the 4th largest city in the United States, I'm inspired by what you do. Therefore I proclaim this day, February 23rd, 2020, as Earlene and Holton Bugs Day.
Yeah, foot on the gas and I'm going fast. I accelerated. 200 and it's on the dash. I accelerated. Always first, never coming last. I accelerated. Take flight, yeah, first class. I accelerated. You know what?
Welcome. My name is Dawn Farbert, and I, along with my husband of 26 years, Will Farbert, are Sapphire ambassadors in this new technology company that I'm going to be speaking to you about. I want to welcome you to this amazing opportunity call. I'm going to be giving you a whole lot of information about this opportunity, so I suggest that you take notes, write down any questions that come to mind, and at the end of the session, you'll have the opportunity to get all your questions answered. So the reason you are on this call today is because someone who thought a lot about you invited you to hear about the #1 fastest growing home-based business of 2019. In the chat, I want you to write who invited you, whose guest you are. So the company I'm going to be talking about is iBoomerang, and when you throw out a boomerang, if you throw it out correctly, it comes right back to you. So iBoomerang's philosophy is that when you throw out goodwill, good will come back to you in the form of commission. So iBoomerang pre-launched in March of 2019. It fully launched in September 2019. And we are in over 169 countries. So we're just over 14 months old. But let me tell you, we look like a 20-year-old company. So as I go through this presentation, I want you to be thinking about 3 things. Is this something that you can do? Is it worth doing? And why would you want to do it? So a little bit of background about myself. I am currently the admissions manager of the Bermuda Hospitals Board. In this role, I am responsible for all the registrations at King Edward Hospital, MWI, and Urgent Care Center. I also have over 15 years experience as a fund accountant in the fund administration investment field. And when I started by iBoomerang, I started in August of 2019. And I initially started in the very beginning, but I had a lot of adversity, so I didn't really get started until August of 2019. But at the end of this presentation, guys, you're gonna have to make a decision. And we all have life-changing decisions to make at one point or another. And my first recollection of a life-changing decision was when I was 14 years old and I decided to be a teenage mother. So by the age of 15, I had to develop different characteristics about myself to make sure that that decision that I made was going to work, which it did. But what I'm saying to you is that we all have these challenges or these decisions to make, and not knowing what the outcome might be. It might be starting a new business. You don't know what's going to happen. It might be, for me, it was even deciding to get married at the age of 21. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but I was determined to make it work. And even with building my home, like when people were saying to me, just go and get a condo, it's just to start a home. No, I dream big. So I wanted the whole full shebang, my dream house at the age of 32. And I'm not saying that to impress you, but just to impress upon you that a lot of times we make decisions without knowing what the outcome is going to be. So Mr. Bugs, who is our CEO, Hostin Bugs, he will always say, you make the decision and then you make the decision work. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and get started in the presentation. Let me get to Zoom. Share screen. It's only going to be about 35 minutes long, if you guys would just bear with me. So that's me. Okay. Slideshow from beginning. So I want you to ask yourself, financially, where are you now? And where would you like to be? And what is your plan, if any, to get you to where you want to be? Because most of us are familiar with the E quadrant, as we have been trained and conditioned to be employees. Being an employee or self-employed makes up for 95% of the population, and it creates a huge dependency on ourselves. So guys, being in the E quadrant, being an employee means that you have a job, which is good, but you have no leverage. And this is where 5% of the wealth is. You have to exchange your amount of active work for money. Your amount of active work determines your income. Even having a job, I always say, means that you have someone that tells you when to work, how many hours you're gonna work, how much you're gonna get paid for this amount of hours you work, when you can take your vacation, how much vacation you can have, and how much time you can be sick. Self-employed is the same thing, but you earn a job. You still have no leverage, and the amount of active work determines your income. So if you're self-employed, meaning that if your time is going to be what determines your income, then you're in the same predicament. Because if for any reason you can't work, you might have a fall, you might have the flu, you might be on vacation, anything might happen. And if you can't work and exchange your actual active work for your income, you're not going to be paid. So we want to get shifted to the right side of the quadrant, where as a business owner, you earn a system and you have leverage. This is where 95% of the wealth is. The income does not depend on active work. You have people that work with you to produce income, or you invest, you earn investments. That's more leverage. This is 5% of the population. Income does not depend on active work, and your money works for you while you sleep. That is exactly how it is with iBoomerang. We have residual income. Like I said, we are a technology company, and I'm going to start with this disclaimer that iBoomerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money with our program. Why? Because this is not a job. This is a business. This is an investment, and you're going to determine what your results are going to be by the work that you do. We cannot guarantee what you will do. We don't know what your work ethic is. We don't know what your commitment level will be. But what I can say is what you put into it, you will get out of it. And you have to think about like going to the gym. When you got a gym membership, if you go to the gym and you sign up, pay a membership, but you don't show up, you're not going to get any results. The same with this company, any company, really, anything that you do. If you don't do the work, you're not going to get the result. So iBoomerang, it is time to take network marketing. It is time for network marketing to evolve. So we're looking to give our customers a first-class consumer experience, meaning customer amazement. Why? Because when you amaze your customers, they become repeat customers, and you don't have to keep going out to them. We're going to give our ambassadors or our business owners success without selling, which means that no one likes to be sold to. We don't want you to do any selling. This company does not do any selling. You don't have to do any selling. People don't like to be sold to, people don't like to sell. So we're taking the network marketing industry from the taxi cab era, where customers pay more and only the strong recruiters win, into the modern era, where we make money only when our customers save money, and we have technology to help ambassadors succeed. So guys, you're looking at the screen with our visionary leader, Mr. Holton Buggs. He is the CEO and chairman of iBoomerang. He is the captain of our ship. And what I like about this slide is that people can see your glory, but they don't know your story. I think about that even with my life. For everything that I have been through, people don't know where I started. And I deem myself to be successful, like I said, because of the attributes that I had to bring out of my own self at such an early age. That caused me, like, if you could go through something like that, you could do anything. That's how I feel. So in 1990 to 1997, his first 7 years, Mr. Buggs only earned less than $500 per month. Did he give up? No. He used that time to develop himself. He used that time to be coachable and teachable. He found someone who was the, where he wanted to be. Someone needs to be muted, please. Sorry. He found someone where he wanted to be. He looked at that person to go ahead and see what he did to get to where he wanted, and he stuck it out. He read books. He read a lot of books. He did a lot of studying. And in 1997, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid financial success. In 2009, he had record-breaking earnings and sales for 10 years and supported over 45 people to become millionaires. 45 people. So in March 2019, well, a little bit before that, his wife suggested to him, why don't he start his own company? He didn't need to. In his former project, he was making $1.3 million every 3 weeks. But he wanted to come back and fix this industry. He wanted this to be his legacy move, something that his children would know that their father came back and fixed the network marketing industry. Why? Because he is the Michael Jordan of this industry. He is the best in the industry. So we want to follow someone. We don't want to follow no parked car. We want to follow someone who's moving. So he hand selected his leadership team. We all know that companies rise and fall on leadership. I'm not going to go through all of the names on here, but just know that this slide here represents over 200 years of experience. So how will we bring this vision to the world? It all starts with the PREP. The PREP is our product. The PREP is our technology. This is it. If you want to know what it is that iBoomerang, what iBoomerang stands for, is the PREP, our perpetual residual income builder. This is our Siri. This is our Alexa. This means that, guys, if you do something once, you're going to get paid for it over and over and over again. Just like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's family is still being paid today for the work that he done in his royalties for while he was on earth. So this business is something that you can will to your children and your children's children. The PREP is going to do the work for you. How? It's going to obtain data analytics, artificial intelligence, and it's going to include world-class people power. This is the name of the game nowadays. All the companies, we're going from brick and mortar companies to click and order companies. Everything's technology. Think about when you go online and you're shopping, you're looking for a shirt, or you're looking for shoes or golf clubs or anything. And then what happens? When you go back online, you see that same thing that you've been looking for. People are watching you. They're obtaining your artificial intelligence to see what they like, and they're going to promote and advertise to you the things that you like. Same with the PREP. The PREP is going to do all our selling, our follow-up, our upselling. If you decide you want to be a business owner and build a team, it's going to welcome your team members. It's going to do orientation, training, upgrading, events, and it's going to help you with retention. So how do you get into the PREP? We have a front door to the PREP, which is called iGo. iGo is a free travel website. You don't have to jump off the call. We're not a travel company. We are not travel agents. This is just our front door. We have more to show you, okay? Why we use travel? Because travel is attractive. Everybody wants to travel. We can all agree no one's traveling right now. We could get that out the way. But what's going on right now is that people are booking their travel. Why? Because it's cheap. is discounted. And in our platform, you get up to, as a customer, 35%, and a business owner, 70%. So how attractive travel is that in the first 12 months of our business, we obtained over 500,000 customers. Now this slide's old because as of the last count, we was up to almost 900,000 customers, which means that we're gonna have $1 million customers and in just over 14 months. I mean, 1 million customers, sorry, in just over 14 months. Why is that big? That is unheard of. That's because our mousetrap of travel is attractive and everybody wants to travel. And because we're only giving away something for free, it's easy. Why travel? Because travel is an $8 trillion industry. And after every economic crisis that we have had worldwide, travel is always the first one to rebound, always. So if you look on the left, you'll see that Asia, Europe, and United States book billions of dollars of travel per day. Latin America and Africa, millions. And I don't know how you guys do yours, but for me, I used to go on all the sites. I didn't know the difference until I started this company. I thought they were all separate sites, but they are all owned by two companies, and this is two marketing companies, Booking Holdings and Expedia Group. So you could go Orbitz, Travelocity, Rentalcars.com, Booking.com, what else? A lot of them, Priceline, Agoda. You go on all of their sites, and it's called price parity and markup. They give you this compare button to make you think that you're getting the savings, but they could only go up so much, like $10, $15 probably at the most, because they have an agreement. So it's 3 ways to book your travel. You could go retail directly to the sites, or you could do these public sites, or number 3 is the private sites like iGo, where we have the wholesale prices that these two companies have. But what we do is we pass them on to you. And these two companies booked over $190 billion worth of travel in 2018. So we're not even saying that we want to compete with them. We don't need a whole pie. We don't need a slice of a pie. We just need a little whiff of the pie, just a little aroma or some of the crumbs off the knife. But we're going to pass these savings on to our customers and our business owner. So what we're looking at is providing you with a 5-star lifestyle with 3-star prices. We have our core services of hotels, rental cars, and cruises. We have flights, but know that flights are not discounted. We cannot discount flights because they are FAA regulated and because they fluctuate too much. But what we can do is offer them for convenience on our site and also give you reward credits that you could use for everything else. Homes, this is our Airbnbs. We have weeks. You could go book a week in Hawaii for $200 and something. Dubai, $200 and something for a whole week stay. You can't beat our weeks. We have marketplace, timeshare owners. We have additional lifestyle activities, rewards, and savings for shore excursions, theme parks, outdoor activities, shopping rewards, golf, playing golf, wine clubs, gift cards, restaurant savings. You could go on, if you see a restaurant that you want to go to, you could buy a coupon of a value of $100 for about $10, $11. We have worldwide tours and emergency travel services. We also offer a price guarantee, which means that if you find a lower price by chance anywhere online on any other site, we will refund you 110% of the difference. Why? Because we are confident that our prices are going to be cheaper. And if by chance, like I said, they are not, 1 or 2 occasions, we will refund you the difference. So iGo matches perfectly with rideshare. This is another big industry that's in the travel industry that's coming up. I'm going to be talking about that 2 slides over. That's our second vertical. So let's just look real quick so we can get off this travel part. What does it look like when you use our iGo site? If you are a customer, you get up to 35%, like I said, and if you are a business owner, you get up to 70%. So if you decide that you're going to use this site, let's look at Paris, France. You guys can eyeball the rest. For time purposes, I'm not going to go through all of it. I'm just going to talk about Paris, France. On Travelocity, you can see that this hotel was $440 per night. Our iGo site had it for $130 per night. That's a savings of $310. Guys, we know you're not going to go to Paris for 1 night. You're going to go at least 5 nights. So that's a savings of $1,500. You could use that for your shopping while you're in Paris. You could use that for your shore excursions. Whatever it is that you're, not your shore excursions, your activities, whatever it is that you want to do, you could use that savings for other things. Okay? If you look down at the bottom, you will see Mr. Holton Buggs, he took a reservation. He wanted to see what this site was really about. He wanted to make sure that if he invested his money into purchasing the iGo site, that if his customers went and they traveled, he wanted to make sure that we didn't get a discounted experience just because we were paying less. So he booked his hotel, he saved $1,589. His reservation was only $1,348.94. So he actually saved more than he spent, and he got reward credits of $1,687. So guys, I am a product of this product. I have booked 14 times on this site. I have completed 12 reservations, and each time that I've completed this reservation, I have had good quality service. And I like to brag about the rental cars, because I've had 2 bad experiences where they roughed me up with my rental car and I had to take it back. This is the regular site, and I had to pay more money than what I was told. But with iGo, I like to say that whatever your reservation confirmation says, that's how much you're going to pay. So guys, if you don't want to do anything else, we could stop right here and say that you can join up just so that you could save on your own personal travel. But we're going to show you how you could go ahead and make money by getting customers. So say this is you. I saw Troy on, he's a gentleman. So say this is you, Troy, and you decide that you want to join up in this company. You're going to go to your own ambassador platform. Say if you're going to Mexico, you're had enough, you're retired, you want to go have a little celebration, and you want to go off to Mexico for a week. The public price is going to be $10.46. You're going to get a savings as an ambassador of $424. This means you're only going to pay $621. And it might look irrelevant, but just imagine pulling out your credit card and paying $621 versus $1,046. That's going to be quite significant, right? So you're going to go and you're going to take 2 of your friends, because you're celebrating now. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to go to the site, and because they're the customer, they're going to save $212. So they're going to pay $834. They know, because they're going to check, because we all check, that the public price is $10.46. So they're excited that they're paying $834. And this is how it works with the boomerang. This is you. You have thrown out this boomerang to your customer, your friends. A boomerang is just a 6-digit code. They take that code and just go and access the free website. It is free to them. They don't have to pay anything. They access the website, and then once they access it, the code's finished. They don't have to use the code anymore. They now have their email address. Their email address is tied to you, and whether they book again next year, year after next, year after that, 5 years from now, every single time they use this platform and they use the email address that they registered with, you're going to get paid. What are you going to get paid? You threw out that savings. They saved $212. Guess what? 50% is going to come back to you. So for just giving them a code, you're going to make $106 for just giving them a code. So imagine if they save $2,000. We have people who can have savings of $2,000 on a reservation. You will get paid $1,000. If they save $1,000, you're going to get paid $500. If they save $10, you're going to get paid $5, because you're going to get 50% travel savings bonus. In this example, the other 35% is going to go to commissionable volume. In this example, is $74. So I want you to remember this green circle for 2 slides over. The remaining 15% is going to go to the company. That's what I like about iBoomerang. They make sure that whoever does the work gets paid the most money. So well, you want to say, okay, well, doing that looks good. How can I make more? You go out and you got customers. So this is you. All you're doing is giving away a code. You have co-workers. You have church members. You have family. You have friends. You have sports team members. Whoever it is that you want, people you don't even know. You have a business that might have customers that are going to be coming into Bermuda, a travel business, a transportation business. Those customers, so that when they book their next vacation, wherever they go, these are tourists I'm talking about, wherever they go, that you will get rewarded 50% on anything that they save. So you throw out a boomerang to 10 customers. They save an average of $600 per year. That's only one trip. That's going to give you $6,000 savings. Annual savings of $6,000. When the boomerang comes back to you, you get paid $3,000. If this isn't enough, go out and get 100 customers, put a 0 on the end. That means that your travel savings bonus that you earn per year would be $30,000. Get 1,000 customers, $300,000. This is what I'm saying, guys. You can build it as big as you want to build it. It's totally up to you. I don't know what it is that you need. You might want to go ahead and put your children through school. You might want to pay off school loans, a mortgage. You might want to get a house. You might want to look after your parents. You might just want to travel the world. Whatever it is that you need, you have to decide what your why is, and you have to go for it for yourself. So if you decide that you want to build a team, this is for my business owners. Leverage. Teamwork makes less work. Leverage is going to give you more leverage. So you got a team of 50 people, and each time they give out 10 boomerangs each is 500 customers. Same figure, $600 per day. You're going to override. This is that green circle I was talking about. Because remember, when you give it out, you get the 50% because you're done the work. Now, this is your team members giving it out. So you're not going to get the full 50%, but you are going to get that override, that 35%, a portion of that 35%. So you're going to get $58 per day. You're going to get an average of $1,726 per month, or average of $20,712 per year. And this is being very, very conservative. Like I said, you could build it as big as you want. So one of the fastest growing segments of the travel industry is the rideshare industry. I don't know who's told people that they could get in other people's cars, but this gig economy is taking off. So remember, travel is our front door into the Priya. Why? Because everyone wants to travel, from the 4-year-old who wants to go to Disney World to see Mickey Mouse to the 74-year-old who still wants to cruise. That's just our entrance into the Priya. We have all these different verticals. Our second vertical is Vibe Ride, our rideshare company. Mr. Bugs went out and purchased his own rideshare company, just like Uber, just like Lyft, but just different. And I'm going to show you how we're different. So right now, guys, companies are knocking on iBoomerang's door. Why? Because they want their product to be our next vertical. Because they know that we have almost 1 million customers. But we have to make sure that if we take their vertical, and I don't know what's coming down the line, all I know is that Mr. Bug said that it is bigger than the first two, and we already have the first two biggest industries in our verticals. So I don't know what's coming down the line, but what I can say to you is that while you're obtaining your customers with the most trap of travel, the Priya would take and upsell and sell to your customers all the new verticals. So you don't have to go back to those customers and say, I know you signed up with iGo and you're taking a trip, but now you could go to Vibe Ride. The Priya's going to do that for you. So when your customer lands in Miami or any of the other areas that we are, the Priya will send them a message to say, would you like to use Vibe Ride? Okay, so rideshare industry, the timing is right. This is what I was saying. This is this new gig economy. Out of a $1.2 trillion transportation industry, rideshare is $24.4 billion. We have 98 million rideshare passengers right now, 5.3 million drivers, and growing. And guys, this is a quick commercial that we have that you can look at where you see that our Vibe Ride is an app. So you just give this to your customers.
Choose your vibe, ride for the night, feeling excited, I'm living my life. No, we just different, you can't make a call.
You know, I'm a DJ, right? You should know this.
Choose your life, got a whole lot of race. Choose your life, got a whole lot of race. Choose your life, got a whole lot of race. Choose your life, got a whole lot of race. Choose your life.
You know the vibes.
Awesome. So one other thing that we also have is a button called Girl Power. So if you are a female and you want a female driver, you just hit the Girl Power button. If you're a female driver and you only want female passengers, you don't want to be picking up Tarzan from the bar at night, you can hit Girl Power and you'll only get the female passengers. If you're a male and you hit Girl Power, then you're going to just have to keep hitting it, because is not gonna listen to you. It knows it's not simple. It knows that you are a male trying to get a female driver or a female passenger. So Vibe Ride is our next generation rideshare. We have 3 ways to earn. You can earn when you drive. You can earn when others drive, because remember, we're getting to the right side of the quadrant, and you can earn when customers ride. What does this look like? It means that if you know of anyone who is in Tampa, Orlando, Miami, or Fort Lauderdale, Florida, or Dallas, Houston, Texas, you can send them a code and let them drive. They can go and sign up right now. People are looking for work. If they have a car and they need all the background checks, they can sign up and they could drive for Vibe Ride. They can also, and you can also build a fleet. They might know other people who need work, and they could give them and refer them, and then they will be earning when they drive. So we're taking it from the E quadrant to the B quadrant, where if you're a driver and you can't work, you're still going to get paid, because you're going to build yourself a fleet. You could get 5 drivers, 10 drivers, 20, 100, 200 drivers. And each time those drivers drive, you will get paid for that. You could also refer customers. You know, anybody who's traveling and who normally uses the other rideshare services, give them your code, give them a boomerang. And when they go and they use Vibe Ride, each time they get in a car, and at the end of that transaction, you will be paid. What are you going to get paid? This is what it looks like, the fair breakdown. The driver is going to get 75%. Why? Because iBoomerang always pays the person who does the most work the most, right? Driver's going to get 75%, you're going to get 3%. The rideshare pool is going to get 3%. This is based on a $100 fare breakdown. If you refer the passenger, the rider, you're going to still earn 3%, and the rideshare pool is going to get 3%. So guys, if you could just imagine, you have to have vision with this, to say that you have 200 people driving or 200 passengers, and each time they go away and they get in a car and they have a transaction, you get 3%. It's like, it's amazing. This should keep you up at night. This is amazing. Okay, and the thing about it, you could build it from here, from Bermuda. You could build it from here. You could build yourself a fleet. And right now, we're only in those 2 states, but we're looking to go all across state, and then breaking out into the UK and other countries. Okay, so do you boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. I want to know if you are going to be boomeranging. And all it is giving out a smart code for a customer, a driver, or a rider. All codes go to igoboom.com. The codes are smart, and they'll take you to your the correct landing page, whether it be the travel site, the Vibe driver, or the Vibe rider. And each time a boomerang gets activated, we nourish a child through the Boom Foundation. And over 4.4 million proper servings of nutrition were served in 2019. So how did we get started? Where does the money come into? Satellite, this is the ending of the slide presentation. I just want to tell you, $49.95 gets you enrolled. That's your standby package. You got 1 boomerang customer site. That's where you're going to save up to 35%. It's not the regular one that the ambassadors get of 70%. You get 5 boomerangs to send, 25% off of the direct travel savings bonus. So you're not going to get the full 50% off. You get 25% referral commissions. What is this? Remember, we're not a travel agency. We're not travel agents. So if you have someone who needs that specialized travel agent attention, we could refer them to the Extreme Travel, and they will get 25%. You will get 25%, referral commissions for referring them. You got an iDecide interactive presentation. This presentation is top-notch, first class, cutting-edge technology, sharp. We have it in all sorts of languages: Portuguese, English, French, Spanish, Polish, Turkish. It's awesome presentation. It's just like what I'm doing. However, it's interactive and it's computerized, so the person will be working along with the interaction, and it's about 20 minutes. You got an Ambassador online management system. This is your back office. This runs your business. No, we need to pick a pack, because we all know that standby means that just that, you're on standby. You're not really doing anything. You're there at the airport looking at the screen up in the lounge, waiting to see if you could get on the plane. We want you to get a seat on the plane, and you need to decide how you're going to travel. Is it going to be coach class, business class, or first class? Okay, coach class, you have your iGo booking engine. you have access to hotels, flights, and rental cars. That's it. When you sign on, that's all you see. Remember, flights are not discounted, but they are there for convenience. If you go business class, you're going to see everything that coach class has, plus the cruises. So if you are one who likes to cruise or looking to book cruises, you don't want to be in coach class because you can't even book a cruise there. If you go to first class always has its privileges. It has everything. So everything that business class has, it has the homes, the weeks, the marketplace, the lifestyle that I talked about, and the timeshare. That timeshare just means if you're a timeshare owner and you want to rent your timeshare, we have a facility, we can facilitate that. Okay, coach class is going to give you 10 boomerangs. Each boomerang is worth $300, so that's a value of $3,000. You're going to get 50% travel savings bonus on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. 50% means, guys, if you have a cruise, someone saves $1,000. Because you're in coach class, you're only going to get $250, where you normally get the 50%, the whole 100%. It sounds complicated, but you normally get $500. You're only going to get $250 if you're in coach. Okay, so that's something that you want to be mindful of. You're going to get in business class 25 boomerangs, 100% travel savings bonuses on hotels, rental cars, and cruises. 100% travel savings bonus means that you get the full 50%. So if they save that $1,000, you're going to get $500. And first class, you get 50 boomerangs. That's a value of $15,000. You're going to get 100% travel savings bonuses on everything that we have. Just remember that your customer is going to have access to everything. Your customer will have access to everything. So first class is definitely going to give you the most bang for your buck because you're going to get paid travel savings bonuses on all eligible travel and activities. If you decide to build a team, if you decide to build this as your business, coach class, you're going to get 10% override on your team, business class 12% override, and first class 15% override. Once you join as a business owner, I can explain all of this a lot more clearer to you as far as the dual team. Coach class is $250 one-time fee plus the $49.95. Business class is $500 one-time fee plus the $49.95. And first class is normally $1,000, but up until tomorrow, it's $799 plus the $49.95 because our CEO has generously given us our economic stimulus plan for May and for April. He put $3 million of his own money back into this company. So I say, let Mr. Holtenbugs help you to get started and give you that $200 additional discount. So for all the packages that you pick, that's your investment, right? $250, $500, or $799. You also have a $99.95 monthly investment. This is overhead to keep your business open. Now, I don't know if we have any business owners on the line. I know we have one. I don't know who else is on the line. But I can tell you, when my husband and I had our carpet cleaning business, we had to pay $99.95 a day, I swear, for gas, just for gasoline alone. So we're talking about when you got a business and you have rent, you have huge overheads, product, whatever it is that you have to do monthly. This investment for this business is only $100 per month. So I'm talking about license and insurance of a vehicle, payroll tax, tires, chemical, just maintenance of the vehicle, all of that you don't have to do. When you have a store, you're talking about rent, electricity, taxes, payroll taxes, land taxes if you're in Hamilton, a whole lot of things that you have to do for your overhead. This is what I love about this company, is a low investment as well as a low overhead. So even if you make $2,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000, $200,000 a month, however much you make, you're still only going to be paying $100 a month to keep your business open. And this is a legitimate business, so you have to have this for when at the end of the year when you're filing your W-8 or your W-89 bank form for your taxes. What else comes with this is that for $99, you got the pre-op. You have you're giving out free websites that are valued at $20,000. You're giving your customers free website, and they have support. They have customer support that they can go to if they have any problems. You have the pre-op that's going to maintain your customers and upsell to them. You also have the back office. You have someone doing your payroll because we get paid weekly on the Monday, and every 20th of the month, we have someone has to keep in check with all of your travel savings bonuses. You have reports on your customers, your boomerangs. It's a complete setup, guys. This is a complete setup for $99.95 per month. And you also get 10 additional boomerangs, which is a value of $3,000. So we want you to get started, and we want you to get started now and join our team. This is the last slide that I'm going to talk about, just to give a summary. This is a summary of what I've discussed. You have two decisions to make, whether you want to join as a TSA or become a customer. If you join as a TSA, you have 3 options. You could join just for your travel savings purposes, and you could screenshot this so you can have a look at it afterwards if you need to. Or you could join and get customers. You could be a travel savings for your own travel savings purposes and to get customers. Or you could do all 3. You could join and you could do your travel savings, get customers, and build a team. So what does that mean? Being travel savings for travel savings purposes, number 1, you're just going to have access to a free website for booking up to 70% off. Getting customers, you're just going to give out those codes. Number 2, you're just going to give out a free code, family, friends, associates, and get paid a travel savings bonus of 50% cash on whatever they save. And I'm saying cash because you can take reward points, credits, gift baskets, or gift certificates to the bank. You're going to get cash money, okay? Or build a team where you just invite people, just like you was invited. You invite someone to this presentation and you get rewarded as a startup bonus. So if you know anyone who is unemployed right now or has reduced hours right now, they can get started and get started earning within 24 hours because we're rewarded to join people because we're doing the sales for the company. They're not going out paying for advertising. They're not going out and paying someone to go and recruit. They will reward you as the business owner to get someone into the company, okay? And then becoming the customer, the person who you invited, you just give a 6-digit code and they have access to the free website. So guys, we want you to get started. We want you to get started now. This is a ground level opportunity. No one wants to board a plane once it's in the air. I can tell you that iBoomerang is going places, and you want to be on that plane when it goes there. So I'm just going to end with this last slide from our CEO, Mr. Colton Buggs. It's only about 1 minute, not even, and then I'll get to your questions.
When I look at iBoomerang and how big the opportunity is, I compare it to the giants in business, not the giants in network marketing. I've watched Uber, I've watched Amazon, I've watched Airbnb, and I've watched them take an unlimited approach to encompassing the entire world and be able to have the entire world participate in their mission. And iBoomerang is no different. You know, travel is something that's huge. It's $8.7 trillion every year, and that's only one component of what we'll be able to do.